3, 2, 1. What's up, fam? It's your boy Demuir here, purveyor of all sounds underground. Thank you for joining my YouTube channel today, where I'll be discussing Eventide's H-3000 factory ultra harmonizer effects unit, the plug-in version. And I gotta find out how it's pronounced. Is it Eventide or Eventide? I'm not sure, and I might default to one of them as I go through this video, so don't kill me on that one. But before we jump into things, what I need from you is that SLC. Hit subscribe, like, comment, and more importantly, hit the notifications bell to stay in touch with the new videos that we have up and coming. Alright, so straight off of the bat, let's cover off point number 1. Why is this damn thing so expensive? Is it really a $450 plugin? And the quick answer to that is it's not that expensive. It is attainable, but it is on the more expensive side. The normal retail price is at $329 US. I believe it's available right now for $99. And full disclosure, I am an affiliate with the company, so I have an affiliate link in the description. If you're truly interested, you can get a discount as a result. You know, I get a nice little commission on the side. You know what I mean? But anyway, it is not that expensive. However, the actual external unit, when you do Google this thing, because it was a product developed in the mid to late 80s and it dominated a lot of mixes back in the day, it is about 3,200 US or 4,000 Canadian if you want the actual hardware. And you've heard this thing on many records, everything from Red Hot Chili Peppers. Most recently, I believe Andrew Shep, who mixed the Red Hot Chili Peppers, he also did some mix downs for Adele. So on Adele 21, I believe he leveraged a piece of this unit as well, and he's all in the box right now. You know, there's a lot of discussion about whether the plugin lives up to the external unit, and I'll be frank, I've never used the external unit. I have no clue what it sounds like, so my experience is all in the box with this thing, and I've got to say I love what it does and how it sounds. So that leads me to point number 2. What is this thing? Well, to summarize, Eventide's H-3000 Ultra Harmonizer effects processor is exactly that. It's an effects unit, so to speak, that comes with over 18 blocks of effects in different configurations that seem endless. And I say that because there's over 450 presets straight out of the box with this VST, and once you get your hands on it, like myself, you can create other creative possibilities. So in terms of effects and what they're referencing, they're talking about sweepable delays, pitch shifts, filters, mixers, as well as various forms of modulation that are available, along with a 2 low frequency oscillator that's involved. And I don't know the technical aspects of that, but that's what is read on the website. So all this to say, at 450 presets that are available, the creative opportunities are endless, which leads me to point number 3. How do I plan to use this thing? Well, similar to what I said off of the top in terms of how this was used from the mid to late 80s, I've predominantly had more experience using this on drums, and I plan to continue doing that just to add some extra depth and creativity, as well as with vocals. I see some great opportunities there, and with any sort of special effects stuff, you know, just to sort of distinguish yourself from the pack and know that people don't have the same type of sound or configuration. So on that note, why don't we jump right in to the demonstration here. I'm going to use my headphones. I recommend you listen to this on quality monitors or headphones as well. Alright, so let's check this out. H-3000 factory. Let me enable that. Okay, so I have a series of loops here. This should look familiar from our last tech-based video. This is a loop stack I created, and I'm now going to just pass through the H-3000. The only things I have going on before this is just console 1, which I haven't done any EQing to, and I have a gain here, which I think is in mono right now. I'll move it to stereo just for the purpose of this video, but I don't have too much processing going on other than this, just so you can hear the full depth of this one. Let's shut loop cloud off. Alright, so let's listen to the loop dry. Cool. Sounds alright. Sounds decent. But I love this preset, low snare. And you know what? While we're at it, I'll just show you 450 presets. It's crazy. Let me just move this over a bit. So at 400 different presets we have here, we got everything from the actual legacy, the rackable unit reference, and then they start breaking up the effects down to sound design, special effects, and I just went right for the drums and percussion. And this low snare thing, I've actually used this on a project recently, and it blows my mind. So it actually does, I think, an inversion of the mix parameter. So since we got that highlighted here, why don't we just hear how it sounds, and then I'll just run you through the different components of the setup here in this plugin. Let's go. So you see what I mean by inversion? The lower the mix knob, the more you're getting of the unit itself. And the higher the mix knob, you're just getting the dry signal. So it's kind of well, not kind of, it is an inversion of what I'm traditionally used to in terms of wet to dry mix. So it's just flipped it. But you can hear it, like, you can get some crazy stuff going on here. Let's try another drum effect and see. Oh, it's a drum wheeze. That's cool. Sounds like a typical bouncing delay. A little wah effect there. Let's go crazy. Special effects. Go with some random thing. Randomness or randomness. That's an interesting one, but you get the point here. There are a lot of different creative possibilities here, and the distortion, I never checked it. Ooh, it's gross. This one's cool. But you see what I mean? There's a lot of different creative opportunities here, and I just like the fact that there's so many presets to start out with that you can then shape and hone as your own. This low snare piece is super dope. Like, I love this thing. It actually tends to find like a snare signal and just pull it to the forefront. So let's listen to it again. It's so grimy. I love that. Alright, so in terms of just the layout of this thing, it's pretty simple and easy to understand. We have just the factory presets here, as I indicated before. You could select from an array of presets and then start tuning as you see fit. Then there's these different buttons here that are on the actual unit itself. And then you have, depending on what preset you select here, very straightforward. It'll show up to 4 different variables. So I have selected here the mix, so naturally when I move the wheel, the mix percentage will move. And then you have the depth here. Let's see what it sounds like with, I hear a little bit of action going on there. Underwater. And there's the Ultra Harmonizer piece here that I just went right into. And I love how quickly you can get right into this and see what sort of effect it has on what you're dealing with. We have tempo information here and other preset parameters which you can move around. I love the fact that you get a little bit of some gain staging control here, which is great in terms of controlling the amount of the effect itself and how that's popping out in the mix. And then you have what is called the function bay here, where, as I was saying earlier, you can actually patch cables to different parts of the effect and see how it sounds. I haven't messed with this yet too much, but I'm very excited to get into the details of it. And as a result, you have this expert panel here where you can see what's happening in terms of milliseconds on, in this case, the delay, what's happening with pitch shifting amounts. Some really cool stuff. So I mean, I probably spend most of my time here just to say, hey, what does this do to that sound? How much do I like it? You know, am I getting the right effect that I want? And if I don't like it, you can always undo it easily. So, you know, I love products that are like this, where it's just easy to get into, but it's delivering a whole array of possibilities. And I highly recommend that you check this out. It's definitely not a $450 plugin, but for 90 bucks, sure, why not? Jump right in and see what you get from your creative scope. And there you have it. Those are my thoughts on Eventide's H-3000 Ultra Harmonizer Effects Processor VST. Let me know what you thought about this one. I usually join a conversation within 48 hours of posting these videos, so let me know what's up. Much love and respect to you, and don't forget, if you're interested in the product, I have my affiliate link below where you can receive a decent discount on your purchase. Much love and respect to you. Peace.